The city of Fall River is embarking on a pilot project that aims to get those who are homeless back to work while also tackling the city's litter problem. Fall River Shines is funded by a grant from the Bristol County Training Consortium. It employs 5 individuals to work for the city weekday mornings picking up trash across Fall River. The prospective employees are selected from among those who attend the day drop-in location at the Tomeo Center on Bay Street. Director Lisa Mello says many individuals are interested in going to work, but obstacles persist.
Because it's, a real job, they have to have the documentation, and some of them, because they haven't had an address or haven't been in a place to be able to get the support they need to figure out, what do I do to get to point A to then move to point B. We've been able to connect the dots with some of them and get that, the pieces of documentation that they need to be able to work. What's nice is they're able to come in, get breakfast, go out and work. When they come back, it's lunchtime. So that actually works out well. Then they can take a shower. So I feel like they feel like, well, I've just put in like a real day, at work. And I think it just helps with their worth and their self-esteem and just kind of restoring some of the things that have been taken away through their circumstances.
Along with working to beautify the city, the employees also take part in weekly skills training that will make them more marketable for their next job. Ms. Mello says the part-time work schedule fits this group of individuals well.
It's really hard sometimes to ask people to go from not working to 40 hours. So this, I believe, makes them a little bit more successful, sets them up to then go to the next step, which may be a position for 20 or 25 hours or whatever, and then work towards full-time. So I do like the fact that we're not asking them to get up and figure out how to work 40 hours a week when they're still living in the woods and having all these other barriers for them. So I think that that's a great start there. I've already heard from people how great it makes them feel just to have something to do, some kind of purpose, and that they also are making the city look a little bit better, because what they're doing is going out to the points that the city's identifying to clean up. So they're cleaning up litter, they're able to pick up any drug paraphernalia that they find. They've got a sharps container, all those kinds of things, if they can safely do so. But again, just cleaning up things, making things safer and making them look better.
Mayor Paul Coogan says the program provides positive reinforcement for these employees to turn around their lives.
We're going to try to get these people back to work ready so that they can transition into regular full-time work, and then we'll bring some other people in. It's something we're trying to do. I mean, it's fraught with problems, but we've got it going, and we're going to hope it cleans the city and brings some people back into the workforce. This is a pilot. Let's see how it does. We want people, get a little dignity, get a little respect, earn a little bit of money, and at the same time be a benefit to the city of Fall River. Obviously, this is one tremendous problem nationwide, dealing with homelessness, and we fight it every day. But again, small steps.
Ms. Mello says as the summer progresses, there will be efforts made to accommodate more people.
We'd like to evaluate around week 5 or 6, or even maybe at 4, and say, hey, the 3 that have been working have been diligent, they've been showing up, they've been working well, and see if we can get them to the Career Center to see what we can maybe roll them into as far as another job that's maybe something they really want to do or offers them more hours a week. And then what we want to do is then be able to shift some of these other people into their positions on the street cleanup crew, and to be able to kind of roll people over. So it may not be the same people the entire pilot, program all the way until August, and that's actually really what we want to do, is because we want to get people employed in more longer-term solutions for them.
Fall River Shines is just one element of how the Tomeo Center works with the homeless to get them back to work.
We have the computers so they can job search. They can apply right on the computer to most places nowadays. If they have to print out something, they can print it out. But the bottom line, again, becomes that foundation of, do they have an ID? Do they have a social security card? Do they have a birth certificate? Whatever it is they're going to need to be able to work. So we've kind of started chipping off those pieces first. But we have had a few people who have gotten jobs. We've been able to take a couple of people to job interviews. get them the clothes that they need for the interviews and sometimes for the jobs themselves. But a lot of people do come in and they're like, hey, they're overwhelmed. Where do I even start? How do I do this? And so we just try to help them map it out one step at a time to be able to get into that. So it is nice to see everyone very encouraged to, and then it kind of lights a fire in everyone else. So when somebody comes in and they're like, I got the job, everybody's excited. They're like, yeah, everybody's cheering them on. And then it kind of lights that excitement and people are like, okay, well, maybe I can do this too. And I think it just puts out this just widespread encouragement to everyone.